It's an epic battle of the tools. Harbor Freight versus Home Depot. Cheap Red versus Big Orange. Who will be victorious and who will be destroyed? Will Home Depot prevail, or will Harbor Freight annihilate them with their incredibly low prices? It's a battle to the death, and there can only be one winner. 2 stores enter, 1 store leaves. The truth is, both of these stores are great, and I'm going to show you today what to buy and where so you can get the best stuff at the best price. Sometimes it's the Depot, and sometimes you can go slumming with Harbor Freight. You just need to know which it is so you don't waste your money, and I'm going to show you which tools and supplies I buy in which store so you don't have to do the price and quality comparisons yourself. In general, I like to buy my quality tools at Home Depot, things I know and trust that are precision instruments, and then I head over to Harbor Freight for basic supplies and simple tools like wrenches and screwdrivers. I mean, how hard are they to screw up? So let's start with the specifics that I always get at Harbor Freight first. These basic straps are so useful. I'm not hauling anything major, so these tend to do the trick. Tarps, man, they're so much cheaper at Harbor Freight. It's about half the price of what Home Depot has, and it's just a basic tarp. No big deal. Moving blankets are another huge benefit. Why would you spend twice as much for just a blanket? And these shop brushes for my tables? Fantastic deal. And then I get carts and things like this. I don't need them to hold a ton of weight, I just need them to move some materials around my shop, and it's a big savings. Nitrile gloves are another huge thing that I use. They're pretty much half price at Harbor Freight compared to Home Depot. Things like wrenches I was talking about before, they're standard sizes. As long as they can make them to the size, there's not a lot of moving parts to break or function improperly. 18 millimeters, right? Screwdrivers are another great thing. I mean, they can kind of be disposable, but they're half the price of what they would be at Home Depot. And these HVLP sprayers have actually worked surprisingly well. I normally wouldn't buy something like this at Harbor Freight, but they work great. Another awesome thing to save money on are these foam mats. They're cheap and they make life so much better. Now for my Home Depot buys. You guys know I'm a big Milwaukee fan, and this is where I get my Milwaukee tools. Milwaukee, are you listening? DeWalt's another great brand. All these great power tools are here. You can get whatever you need. They've got the variety. I get my saw blades here. Seriously, it's a precision thing. You need to make sure it's a good blade. Get it at Home Depot. Diablo makes great stuff. I buy my hammers here. There's a lot of great brands here. Another thing is levels. Empire makes good stuff. Levels, squares, speed squares, things like that. You want to make sure something is true and perfect, and these always are. You want to get quality paintbrushes, and Worcester makes a good brush. Purdy's are good too. I don't do a ton of welding, but I do have a Lincoln Electric 140 HD from Home Depot, and it works great. I can always buy my accessories like gloves from Harbor Freight for a little extra savings. Another precision tool. DeWalt, Rigid, any of these are great, but you want to make sure that you've got a great miter saw so that the fence is proper and it cuts nice and straight. Routers, lots of good brands here too. I don't know that I would really trust some of the brands at Harbor Freight to last a long time and cut straight. Again, I get my nailers here too. There's so many great brands, whether it's battery or pneumatic. There's plenty of options here for you. Another one of my favorites. Are you still listening, Milwaukee? And this is one of the best deals you're going to find on a great table saw. $300? Are you serious? Now there's always stuff not to buy at each store, so we'll go over that too. Batteries. Please don't buy Harbor Freight batteries unless you want your batteries to be replaced every day. Welding supplies at Harbor Freight. There are actually a ton of them, and I'm going to be honest, I haven't tried these, but I'm a little bit wary for something as serious as welding that these will do the job. Maybe I'm wrong. I've tried some of their pneumatic nailers. They're okay, they're not great, they jam more often than not, and I don't like them. I love you, Harbor Freight, but I simply don't trust your tools to be 100% straight, level, plumb, or perfect. It's not the shop for me. Blades. I guess you can buy these, but they really don't last long in my experience, so better to get better blades. Gloves. I don't get gloves at Home Depot. They're twice the cost they are at Harbor Freight. And back to the tarps I was talking about too. Again, twice the cost. Screwdrivers at Home Depot. I mean, it's a Husky screwdriver. How hard is it to have a flathead and a Phillips? It's a pretty basic item. I would always get it at Harbor Freight. Same thing with wrenches. Why pay twice as much for a basic set of wrenches? Unless you're an auto mechanic, it's not worth it. This table saw, wow, $144. I don't think so, Harbor Freight.
I hope you like this video. And remember, you don't have to spend any more on tools than you really need to spend. So get the right stuff at the right store and you'll be in good shape. If you like this video, subscribe below, click on one of these other videos, or join me on Patreon if you want to get some individual attention so I can help you with your projects. In the meantime, thanks for stopping by and hope to see you next time.